Like what? The family that we were born in. The environment that we were born in. The country that we were born in. Did we choose our family? No. It was imposed on us. We have to cope with it. In our work environment, when we get a job, a new job, our colleagues at work, they have been imposed on us. We didn't choose our colleagues. So we can work with them only during the work hours. After work, completely lost from our eyes and our mind, hopefully. But the important one is which one? The one that we choose. There is another relationship. The relationship that is between the person and his customers and his clients. This is again a beneficiary relationship. You've got to be nice to your customers. You've got to treat them well in order for your business to move. If you show, anger and a bad mood, then they run away from you. Therefore, you don't want to do that. You need to be nice with them. Again, that's not very important. But the important relationship is the one that is selective, that you select your friends. And this comes from where? From your own emotion. Everyone chooses his friends based on his will. Nobody forces him to tell him, you got to be friends with this guy or with that guy. Maybe the parents guide the children. They tell them that this is a good family, you got to know their children, you got to get friends with them, go out with them. But if he or she inside their hearts don't like to, this friendship will not survive. So the component of the spiritual component is very important in that. Meaning that they have to, first of all, believe in it, and second, their heart should be comfortable in reaching other friends. Therefore, once there is a friendship, that becomes very strong bond. You see, sometimes you don't know what your child does, what your son or daughter does, but his friend or her friend knows. They know about their secrets, while I am the adult, I am the father, don't know about my child, what he does. But they, his peers, his friends, his confidants, they know exactly what he does, what he likes. Why? Because he's inclined more to be open to his friends rather to the parents. The parents, see, they are adults, they are out of touch, they don't listen to him, but his friends are willing to listen to him. Therefore, the first thing that he does, he takes refuge into the friends. He goes and talks to the friends, tell them about his problem, tell them what has happened to him. And that's very important. Some parents, they discourage their children from having friends. That's not right, not wise, brothers and sisters. Why? Because it's a necessity of life. Anyone should have a friend. Here Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam says, "Man la sadiqa lahu la dukhala." Somebody who does not have a friend, meaning he does not have an asset. We cannot live by ourselves. Otherwise we would have lived in the caves. But we are social animals, meaning we live in a society. Society is based on a friendship, based on acquaintance. Why? So I can rely on them. Sometimes I need my friends. Either I would like to ask them a question, to ask for their opinion. Sometimes I need their assistance. So it does not make sense that I wouldn't have a friend. Friendship is mandatory. However, we got to pay attention to which kind of friends. I am the father, get up in early morning and go to my work. My wife is the same, she goes to work. Where do I submit my children? This guy after school, whom he spends his time with. Those are 3-4 hours in the afternoon. Do I know with whom? When he tells me that I'm going to my friends and I'm doing sleepover, with whom he's associating. Here it comes. You discourage your child, you discourage your son or your daughter from associating with the negative people, with the bad people. But the fact of association by itself is not a problem. We should let them. But you gotta choose whom they should be. By saying you gotta choose, I don't mean the individuals. Rather, you give them the criteria. You tell them, this is what I like you to be associating with. Those are the friends, those who come to the masjid, that I see their children doing their prayers, they're nice people, decent people. Yes, at that time, they got to start the relationship. But anybody from the street and they like him because he's cool or because he's fun, that should be discouraged. And here the attention of parents should go toward this kind of relationship. The other difficult relationship, brothers and sisters, and maybe some of the youth are waiting for this, is the emotional relationship. Is the relationship between the opposite genders. And this is a necessity. This is a fact. We cannot be shy about it, say, no, this thing does not happen. The youth should open their ears, as well as the parents should listen to this kind of topics. Why? Because if the parents do not pay attention to things, it is like the ostrich. Have you seen the ostrich at time of danger when the hunter comes? The ostrich puts her head inside the sand, believing that she's not seeing the hunter is also not seeing her. When we face a danger and we turn away, basically we are saying we don't care and let our children do whatever they want. And that's a problem. So this relationship, it gotta be regulated. And especially in this country, again, brothers and sisters, in this free society, that the youth are encouraged to have fraternity and good relationship, and unfortunately many of them lead to premarital relationships that will be harmful to both the girls and the boys at the same time. And in this place that the parents also cannot speak up. If they speak up, you know what the children will do. They pick up the phone and they call a special number. That should not be done, of course, meaning that the parents should not be so agitated to get it to this point that the children will pick up the phone and call. Rather, they should start from the beginning. They should make sure that the children know what is happening, in which trap they are falling. And here Islam comes to regulate between in relationship between the genders. Here Islam says that the relationship should be based on respect. It should be a professional relationship. Islam is not against love, brothers and sisters. وَهَلِ الدِّينِ إِلَّا الْمَحَبَّةِ. Religion, faith by itself is love. So Islam does not count to love and tell the boy, no, you're not supposed to love. Or tell the girl, you're not supposed to love. Love has to do with heart. And heart is uncontrollable. We cannot control the heart. But what Islam says, you need to control your deeds. Your deeds should be controlled. And here it tells you, in any relationship, the youth should be aware of this. That this opposite gender of you is not related to you. Therefore, there should be a boundary between the two. When you two speak, you have to speak in a professional way, in a modest way, in a nice, decent way. Any flirtatious relationship is forbidden. Islam says no. That will lead to trouble. That will lead to crime. Therefore, in Islam, we have a hukm called khalwa. Khalwa meaning one man and one woman that are not related by marriage and not related in family. They be alone by themselves without any third party.